Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to change your fuel filter yourself. This is a pretty simple process that anyone can do, and it can save you a lot of money compared to taking your car to a mechanic. I'll walk you through the entire process step by step, from gathering the tools you need to disposing of the old filter. I'll also give you some tips on how to make the job easier and avoid any potential problems. So, if you're ready to learn how to change your fuel filter yourself, then let's get started. The fuel filter is a crucial component of your car's fuel system. It traps dirt, rust, and other contaminants that can clog the injectors and damage the engine. Over time, the filter can become clogged, restricting fuel flow and causing your car to run poorly. A dirty fuel filter can lead to several problems, including reduced engine power. A clogged filter restricts fuel flow, which can lead to a loss of power and acceleration. Rough idling. A dirty filter can cause the engine to idle roughly or stall. Increase fuel consumption. A clogged filter can make your car use more fuel. Engine damage. In severe cases, a clogged filter can damage the engine. It's important to change your fuel filter regularly to prevent these problems. The recommended replacement interval for most cars is every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. However, you may need to change it more often if you drive in dusty or dirty conditions. To change your fuel filter, you will need the following tools: socket wrench, filter wrench, rags, safety glasses, gloves, a container for catching fuel. You may also need a few other tools depending on the make and model of your car. Consult your owner's manual for specific instructions. Changing a fuel filter is a relatively simple task that most people can do themselves. However, if you are not comfortable working on your car, you can always take it to a mechanic. Before you start working on your car, it is important to take some safety precautions. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Work in a well-ventilated area. Fuel vapors can be harmful if inhaled. Turn off the engine and let it cool down before you start working. Disconnect the battery. This will prevent sparks that could ignite fuel vapors. Wear safety glasses and gloves. This will protect you from fuel spills and other hazards. Have a fire extinguisher on hand. In case of a fire, you will be able to put it out quickly. Now that you have the tools and safety precautions in place, you are ready to change your fuel filter. The specific steps for changing the fuel filter will vary depending on the make and model of your car. However, the general process is as follows. Locate the fuel filter. The fuel filter is usually located under the car, near the fuel tank. Consult your owner's manual for the specific location. Relieve the fuel pressure. This is important to prevent fuel from spraying out when you disconnect the filter. There are a few ways to relieve the fuel pressure. One way is to start the car and then disconnect the fuel pump relay. Another way is to remove the fuel pump fuse. Consult your owner's manual for the specific instructions for your car. Disconnect the fuel lines. There will be two fuel lines connected to the filter. Use a wrench to loosen the clamps that hold the lines in place. Be careful not to damage the lines. Remove the old filter. Once the fuel lines are disconnected, you can remove the old filter. Use a filter wrench to loosen the filter. Be careful not to spill any fuel. Install the new filter. Install the new filter in the reverse order of removal. Make sure that the arrows on the filter point in the direction of fuel flow. Tighten the clamps and reconnect the fuel lines. Make sure that the clamps are tight enough to prevent leaks. Start the car and check for leaks. Once the car is started, check for leaks around the fuel filter. If you see any leaks, tighten the clamps or replace the filter. Changing your fuel filter is a relatively simple task that can save you money and prevent engine problems. By following these instructions, you can change your fuel filter yourself in no time. Before you start working on your car, it's important to take it for a short drive to get the engine warmed up. This will make the fuel filter easier to remove. Most car manufacturers recommend changing the fuel filter every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. However, you may need to change it more often if you drive in dusty or dirty conditions. Once you've replaced the fuel filter, start the car and let it run for a few minutes. Check for leaks around the filter and make sure the engine is running smoothly. If everything looks good, you're all done. Now that you've changed your fuel filter, how do you feel? Are you proud of yourself for tackling this task? Do you feel more confident about working on your car in the future? Let us know in the comments below.